Michael there today, and we doing Arcane, the complete history. Now, if y'all don't know about Arcane, is one of my favorite shows of all time. If we like not including anime, Arcane probably is my favorite show. I ain't about to lie to you, bro. Game of Thrones would have had that seat if they did not do that last season. I could even handle like season 7, but season 8, they just pissed me off with that one. But Arcane, bro, I didn't know it was stuff outside of Arcane that I could, watch or whatnot, but I seen like random stuff. Like, so y'all can recommend other stuff to me, but let me just tell you what I seen so far, so y'all don't recommend me like the same thing. I seen that one with the samurai looking lady when she saved like the little boy from that tree that just pop up on the ground, or the sacred tree or whatever it was. I know the name Damascus for some odd reason. And that dude with the armor with that German woman, I don't even know if she's German, but she sounded like she got a German accent. I seen the stuff with Noxus after Arcane, where Mel she pull up on the shore. I'm thinking that's Noxia. I seen the dude who looked like Jace fighting that troll. Apparently people love him. I don't know if him beating that troll was like realistic. I don't know. I think people are saying like that's cap. I seen the lady with like the assassin with the like half mask, and she turned into a spider or something, or somebody turned into a spider. And then also the witch lady who was not pressed whatsoever about Victor doing all that time space god stuff, whatever the hell he was doing. Like they was not pressed. She was like, "Oh man, that's a good experiment." I was like, "Nigga, what about to happen in the story to where you ain't impressed by that?"
A few moments later.
Or at least, this is what the beings who lived in that nothingness believed. These were the Watchers, who existed in a reality
Jeez.
so dark and empty, they didn't even understand that they themselves were alive. They had eyes, but there was nothing to see. Ears, yet nothing to
That's
hear.
crazy, bro,
Minds,
to
but
think about.
nothing to
He was about to take over a whole nation. Dude looking like some extra dimensional being, but she just ain't pressed. I was like, all right, well, I got some more story to go. I think I know what Heimerdinger is. It's like a species or something. I forget. I think I'll call it Yodel or something. But they just some random things I know about Arcane. So if y'all got other stuff other than that, then I'll watch it.
The city of Piltover and Zon are only a tiny portion of Jinx and Vi's planet called Runeterra, which has a rich history spanning thousands
I did know
of
that.
years, even billions once we start to
Jesus.
uncover the secrets of the universe's creation itself.
Oh, this
But
might be worse
in
than
Runeterra,
Warhammer, bro.
one thing has stayed constant. Humans discovering new ways of harnessing the arcane or the unknown and it backfiring on their faces. Why do you think Heimerdinger is so afraid of utilizing the power of Hextech in season 4?
Heimerdinger.
Because in his over 300
Young
year
lad.
lifespan, he has literally witnessed the sinking of the previous country of Zon due to human hubris. And with Arcane Season 2 heavily involved
Oh,
in
him,
one of
yeah.
the major
I think
superpowers
that's gonna
of
look like him.
the Empire of Noxus, let me break down the entire timeline of Arcane.
Oh, I
and the
can't wait for
real-life
season
universe,
3, bro.
including all of the major champions
If it
we will
is
be
season, it might
seeing
be
in the
something
next
else.
series or movie set in Runeterra.
Because I know both Cyberpunk got the next season cup. That's the next show, one of my favorite.
Billions of years before
Creation
the
of the
creation
universe.
of the known universe, there was a void of emptiness, or at least this is what the beings who lived in that nothingness believed. These were the Watchers, who existed in a reality
Jeez.
so dark and empty they didn't even understand that they themselves were alive. They had eyes, but there was nothing to see. Ears, yet nothing to
That's
hear.
crazy, bro,
Minds,
to
but
think about.
nothing to touch. That is until deep within the void, a light appeared. In an instant, the Watchers were made aware of their own existence, and this angered them. For untold histories, the void had only
What?
known a peaceful slumber, but suddenly, here was this light disrupting their way of living, or at
Man,
least
y'all
their way of
y'all ungrateful,
not
bro.
living. As the Watchers approached the light to examine it, they found a peephole into reality, which was ever expanding into their domain. They watched as the first Celestials came into being from the Celestial realm. Some were formless and needed to be contained in objects, like the champion Bard, while others
Okay.
took all shapes and sizes, including the great dragons, Aurelian Soul and Inviolus Vox. Aurelian Soul spread light through the universe, leaving traces of himself everywhere he traveled, which
Damn.
would merge with cosmic dust.
What he big as like
form
galaxies
planets
and
and
whatnot?
stars. Most were empty worlds, however, occasionally life would sprout on these planets. When it came to one such planet, an unknown group of celestials would gather world runes to create Runeterra, the world Arcane
Runeterra.
takes place in.
Hold up,
And
bro. I always love lore, like when it's like nothing was there and then boom. Not exactly Big Bang Bob, but then like you got like this hierarchy where it was like ridiculous beings, like these dudes they
orbits one of Aurelian Soul's stars. Yup, Jinx and Vi's world literally orbits this giant dragon in space. This brings
wow.
us to 9,000 years before the creation of Noxus. Now, the calendar of Noxus is called BN or before Noxus, so if I say BN, that's what I'm referencing. And currently the stuff that's happening in Arcane takes place about 970 years after the creation of Noxus. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. During these early years of Runeterra's existence, the first seeds of life began.
They so insignificant.
Spirits.
Look, see?
Boros and the Grey Men claimed dominion over life and death. The first demons like Fiddlesticks and Ashlush became known.
See, like them, like they kids compared to the dragon in space.
Like Nar and
oh, hold on, wait, I wasn't.
Demons like Fiddlesticks and Ashlush became known as the 10 Kings, and the earliest Yordles, similar to Heimerdinger, like Nar and Fizz,
Yordles, that's
in the spirit realm. This wave of Yordles founded an early Bandle city around the Bandlewood tree, beginning to create small gateways.
Oh, I seen it before. Randomly on few cartoons or whatnot.
Began to take shape around this time also. For example,
I actually did see like Echo before too.
Find the spring of life and use it to create a lush and beautiful forest full of saplings and nature spirits. At the same time, in the Guardian Sea, Fizz joined the early ocean civilizations until the Gigalodons brought them.
Gigalodon, just say Megalodon, bro.
Into shock and hibernating for a millennium. He'll be back. Meanwhile, up in the
they have ocean civilizations.
Jace and his mother met that mysterious mage in season 1 who gave him that world rune. The icy demigods Ornn, Volibear, Anivia, Lidarg, and the Seal sisters were born and began terraforming the Voriard, a place which would eventually become the Freljord. After the demigods, immortals, trolls, minotaurs, yetis, and of course humanity would begin to gather in early civilization. Which brings us to the far east on Ionia, where people began to live in harmony with nature and the spirit realm. On Voriard, they gathered.
I think that's a samurai girl.
The demigods, and in ancient Camavor, they formed a great kingdom. These early humans of the first lands eventually found their way into a war with the race of.
Hey, you know what though? One thing I like would always put a show or movie like in my like top shows or movies is great world building. And this already got some great world building, bro. Because at first I used to be like a real action type dude that's like 18, 19, but as time went on, I was like One Piece taught me like I actually like world building way more. Because I didn't watch One Piece first. Like One Piece is my favorite anime of all time. I watched like Naruto and Bleach and everything else like before One Piece. Then I watched One Piece and I was like, wow, I actually like world building more than I like action and all that. Like I could do without like a lot of action. I need my world building though.
Sky giants known as the Titans. The enlightened mortals of Ionia took
power
from the spirit realm to become the first Vastaya Shirei, who would later be Zaya and Rakan's
okay, so that's Ionia. That's the samurai people, I guess.
Power in hand, that Titans were ultimately defeated, and the Vastaya Shirei started living with humanity. It wouldn't be long
that dude look cool, that monkey looking dude.
Creating the first of the Vastaya. These Vastaya would set off on their own to create tribes named after their Vastaya Shirei, some choosing to live in Shurima while others immigrated. For example, the Kilash moved to the jungles of Shurima, while the Marai lived in the waters west of Targon. As the Ionians battled the Titans, Freljord was founded in in the north, a
Demacia.
unification which took over 1,000 years. The three sisters I mentioned earlier, Avarosa, Sharilda, and Lysandra, were born and dedicated their lives to finding a way to control the vast and powerful magic of this world, which might give us a hint to why Heimerdinger was so reluctant to meddle with magic in season 1. That's why the show is called Arcane, you guys.
Yep,
Because by
Arcane.
using this arcane power, Avarosa was deafened when she faced the twisting dark beneath the world. Sharilda lost her voice to the first.
Bro, it's just crazy to think that to them watchers is so insignificant. It's just a planet. That's it. Like to that dragon, he just was traveling places, giving out light. This planet just happened to have light. It's like, bro, it's so insignificant. I love stuff like that, bro. See.
Twilight when she tried to command the heavens, and Lysandra aimed to take control of the magic of the demigods. Meanwhile,
I know I paused a lot, but I got to. I love Arcane. I gotta do a video on the champions or just the characters. I don't know in Arcane because they saying a lot of names that I don't know. But if y'all got any videos for that, I'll do that. But I cut this video in half, by the way, because this is like 50 minutes, so I gotta see if y'all like it or not.
Wanted to try and talk things out with the sisters, or just farm until 30 minutes to get all of her items. But Volibear wanted to
see League. I don't play League either, bro.
He asked Ornn and his followers to create weapons and armor for him, but they refused, resulting in a fierce battle between the two brothers, which ended with Volibear taking Ornn's rune-inscribed armor and.
Hey, bro, you know it's funny though. I like how people who play League highly recommend that you don't play League. I was like, what type of fandom is this, bro? Like, if you ask me, like, if you should play Rocket League, I'd be like, yeah, it about to be a little hard, but you know, you gotta take a little time, but you should play it. League people be like, nah, don't play it. You about to lose life points over that.
Destroying all of his worshippers. Next was Lysandra. Volibear hunted her down and blinded her with his claws. Defeated in front of her enemy, Lysandra turned to the art of dreamwalking to communicate with the Watchers, who still reside in the void, to make a deal with them. It's kind of like making a deal with the devils, to be honest.
Me and the devil.
These Watchers would give the sisters and their followers near immortality and the power to conquer the Freljord. She would prepare Runeterra for the arrival of the Void. Why would you do that? With this new power—
Why? Whoa, what's up with her, bro? You lost, that's it. And I like how the places bro, I need to stop shaking this, bro. Alright. I will stop shaking it right now. I like how the places in Runeterra have our world like a part of it. Like Viking, the Freljord basically is Vikings. The samurai place, man. I keep on this is Ionia. Yeah, that's just like samurai, and then like Piltover got like that steampunk type of. Yeah, I like it, bro.
Where the sisters easily defeated the demigods and forced Ornn to create the Howling Abyss. Yo, that's where Aram takes place. Meanwhile, Ivan the Cruel, a Freljordian marauder, grew angry with the sisters. His warband set out to the sea in the hopes of finding a way to stop them, discovering the eastern first lands where magic was said to originate. Honestly, I'm with Ivan here, bro. They're trying to summon the void. Somebody has to stop them. Here, they discovered the God Willow and battled the trees.
I recognize this dude. This this dude. You know what? I was listening to the voice. I recognize this dude, bro. He do a lot of anime videos. I was like, I know I hear his voice before. I actually like this dude.
Ivan cut down the God Willow, but in doing so, he himself was transformed into the sapling of the next God Willow tree. Around 8,000 years before Noxus, the sisters started to quarrel among them, threatening the rule and stability of Freljord. They could not agree on what the future of their domain should look like, and Lysandra's deal with the Watchers displeased her sisters. They believed serving these otherworldly beings would only lead to destruction, something they could physically see as the sky grew dark character, and the winds grew colder with each passing day. Read the signs, people! Ultimately, Lysandra lured her sisters to her Frostguard citadel, but as they approached, the sisters began
These
to
sisters don't
manifest
seem
into the Freljord
too
from
bright,
the
bro.
howling abyss, creating void-born prototypes like Vel'Koz as they crossed into Runeterra. Seeing the unbelievable horrors and chaos she had unleashed, Lysandra
I like the
realized
creativity
now,
that go in this
not
though.
when everybody was trying to stop you.
You are made of stupid.
Lysandra
Yep.
realized how terrible a mistake she had made. With no options left, she drained her allies, the Yetis and Gnar, of their magic, hurting them to the feral monsters they once were. This is why Gnar can't speak. But this wasn't enough.
Wow.
She also needed to sacrifice her sisters and their armies to perform
What?
an ancient ritual, which
She
entombed the
horrible, bro.
Watchers and Gnar in true ice, essentially locking them halfway between the Void and Runeterra. With Freljord more or less secured, while Lysandra watches over
Somebody
the
need to
Watchers,
take out,
we
bro.
can move to 6,000 years before Noxus, with the
Damn,
westward
boy, they got
migration.
lore?
Settlers from the lost Camavoran continent traveled to Shurima and Valeron, bringing all of their ancient knowledge, wisdom, and magic with them, and founded several vital new nations.
Ionia,
and cities
Demacia,
which would grow into the
Extal.
greatest empires Runeterra has ever known. One group
Wow.
called the Vuru settled on the Serpent Isles and managed to summon the power of the Nagakaboros. Just a bit
Hey, what was Arcane inspired by? I wanna know. Cause I don't know exactly. I thought I would have like figured it out, but I don't know.
east, a group of scholars would make their way to the Blessed Isles, where
Blessed
they met
Isle.
with Maokai, who gave them the location of
I've
the
seen this
Blessed
dude before.
Water of Life. Meanwhile,
Randomly.
Skarner would build the Cardinal Arcology as a gift to the people of Ixtal. Those
Ixtal,
who
that's it.
lived there began dedicating themselves to mastering elemental magic with Skarner and became the first
Ooh,
of the
hold on.
Yugtal. In
They got
Shurima,
bodies. Hold
Hermazeth
on.
is created as the new
Hold
nation's
on, they
capital
got
south of the
fine.
continent. Ikathia was founded as a majocracy
send me there,
under
buddy.
its first mage king. And in a seaport called Osha Vazan, that's where Zon is,
Yep.
between Shurima
Zon-
and Valeron, the
oh,
wind
that's Zon.
spirit Janna was worshipped as a savior.
I can't wait to
Here,
explore
in moments
Runeterra,
of
bro.
need for those at
In
sea,
the
this
upcoming
nation
seasons.
would eventually become the Zon, or the birthplace of Jinx and Vi. Finally,
Hey.
way out in the west, humanity discovers Mount Argon and creates a theocracy
Mount Argon.
around the
Oh, I seen this one.
Celestials, which
Um,
created the mountain. Here, they also come in
The girl had what's it called? I think I seen them too. The girl had like this little horse Pegasus thing. I don't even know if it was a horse. It looked more like a donkey Pegasus, and they was flying up that mountain, bro. I don't know what they have going on, but yeah, I seen that one too.
into contact with the aspects who live beyond Runeterra in a celestial realm. After 1,000 years of expansion, these civilizations were ready to take the next steps towards becoming a massive world power by gobbling up smaller nations like
Yep.
Zon. By 5,000 years before Noxus, the ancient Shurimans followed the instructions of Targon's aspects and used the Sun Disk in their capital to create the first Ascended. These guys wielded godly power, allowing Shurima to become a major world power. The
that's a
warrior
Noxia?
queen Sataka wields the Chalisar, which would later
No,
become
never mind.
Sivir's weapon. It harnesses power from beyond Targon,
Hey,
which
they
she
get them-
raises to
that
the
shit
sky
on,
with
though.
the birth of Shurima. Eventually, an attempt at ascension would fail and the Sun Disk was destroyed, and so the Shurimans would build a bigger and more powerful Sun Disk with the help of the Ixtali mages. When the Sun
Ixtali.
Disk was completed, the Oasis of Dawn appeared within it, spreading its life-giving
Oh, I feel
water
like
throughout
Arcane
the
could be-
desert and forming the Mother of Life River.
'Cause even this
was
look
the
interesting
official
as hell, bro.
establishment of the Shuriman Empire, and as it began its expansion, it swallowed up countless smaller cities and nations, including Ixtal and Oshra Vazan. By 3,400 years before Noxus, Shurima had cemented itself in history. As its power grew, so did its number of enemies, and along the south coast, an invading force attacked the city of Old Zureta. Here, Renekton would make take his stand and fended off the enemies alone.
I feel like he's a
the
champion,
title
bro.
of Gatekeeper of Shurima. He held off these invaders long
I see,
enough for his brother
Shurima's
Nasus to
Egypt.
arrive with reinforcements, and ultimately Shurima remained safe. Meanwhile, Icaithia's council constantly bombarded the Shuriman Emperor.
I tell you, bro, you can make a show out
to
of everything,
ascend some of their
all
more
this, bro.
talented citizens to give them some kind of say in the empire. The denial of this request only stood to worsen Shurima's political position, and ultimately Zillion was sent to these smaller nations and Ixtal to gather allies for an Icaithian independence movement. However,
that dude epic,
no
bro.
one was willing to oppose Shurima and its ascendant. Better to be a nation within their borders than to be wiped off the map, right?
Yeah.
This is a sentiment I'm sure a lot of Zonites would agree with in Arcane after Vander's failed revolution before the start of the series due to the fear of the Enforcers. And now,
okay.
bigger fish,
Masterpiece.
Noxus is knocking on Piltover's door to basically annex them in Season 2. In fact, in Season 2, with Noxus flexing its muscles even more
she was putting Mel to ass, bro. I swear, bro. When she was fighting against Mel and Caitlyn, man, she's beating the hell out of them little dudes, bro.
Noxus, but
She slapped Caitlyn.
They would begin to falter. It all started with an earthquake in Sabera, which revealed a void rift where the Watchers live. Icaithian mages had discovered it during a journey to their capital and believed it could be used as a source of power to fight for their independence. The Council of Icaithia instituted a new mage king and reinstated the royal guard, with Psyjax being a founding member. Zillion opposed
I'm guessing he is a champion on him. He looked too epic.
But his pleas fell on deaf ears. Inside of Icaithia, it is suddenly a crime to be Shuriman. Any citizen found to be from the Empire is immediately put to death.
Okay, I got about 3 minutes left. I'm about to split this up in like 3 parts.
Shuriman towns, such as the one Varys comes from, were
Varys,
attacked and pillaged
Game of
by
Thrones,
the
if y'all know.
Guardians, and in some cases where they
Bro,
managed
that
to
epic,
slay
bro.
as
That right
many,
there.
like Jax did with Bizek, these cities were each liberated from Shurima. Bro, this dude Jax killed a goddamn ascendant with a lamppost. He's just built different. But this disrespect would not stand, and so a force of Shuriman ascendant, led by Queen Sataka herself, was sent to Icaithia with a massive army. This was all part of Icaithia's plan, and as the enemies approached, they tore open the Void Rift, hoping it would consume them. However,
y'all niggas tripping, bro.
Instead, countless Voidborn began crawling into Runeterra as they corrupted the land they tread upon. An unbelievable battle would take place, with some ascendant like Aatrox experiencing horrors beyond belief, while others like Sataka would simply be killed. In a last-ditch effort,
so that's the walkers, them bugs?
many Icaithian citizens in his tower as possible, and then
why you look so epic, bro?
Time in order to save them from the terror of this battle. However, he had no way of bringing them back, and so to this day they remain frozen in time as he searches for a way to save them. The real turn in the battle would come from Nezuk. This was a god warrior.
Oh, that dude look epic.
With immense elemental magic, who promised he could create a weapon to defeat the void in Icaithia, and so he produced the floating fortress, the monolith, which he and other great mages controlled from within. However, this weapon of living rock was worn down and eroded over weeks of battle, and ultimately it crashed into the earth, only serving to spread the void rift even more. Huge portions of the monolith vanished into the void, and only Nezuk survived. He pulled himself from the rubble and made his escape, leaving only one piece of his great monolith behind, which would eventually become Malphite in the future. A final option was put forward by an ascendant warrior called Horo, who wielded the nether blade that Kassadin has in the future to cut at the roots of the void, while ascendant twins Sabaka and Sabake assisted in sealing the rift and stopping its spread. While Icaithia fought for its independence and became
we got about 20 more seconds.
Faced its own threats from within.
Hey, I getting hella lost right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'll do this video anyway. But I hope y'all give me some recommendations because he going real fast about characters I don't know. I was holding on at first, but alrighty, so that was Arcane, the full lore explained. Now that was a lot, bro. At first I was keeping up. I was actually keeping up a little bit because I like that type of lore when it's like emptiness and then we got like the bait, like the watchers, and then we got them that dragon that's riding around, flying around, basically just giving life. And then we got like the gods of that planet, thinking that oh, these gods is like the big bad. No, so it's always a bigger fish. But then he started getting into like specific like champions or whatnot in league that I know nothing about. So I did the first like 17 minutes. I'm gonna split this up into like three, because it is 51 minutes long. So I don't want to edit a whole 50-minute video if nobody wants to really see it. So I tested the waters there just to see if y'all want to see it. I really love Arcane, so I hope that y'all want to see it. But I like Arcane a lot. Hopefully y'all got other videos just to, just to catch me up on Arcane. So like, comment, and subscribe. It's Michael, and I'll see y'all later.